Yes, yes it is. It's also aggressive and pyromaniac. Oh, you're not seeing this. Hold on. There we go. So it has serious, it has artisan. 70% work speed on Anubis. Nice. It also has these two that I don't care about. But that's great. And this one also has both of them, of course. It actually does. Work slave 2! No way! Hold on. 30%, 50, 20. It's basically 100% extra work speed. Fuck yeah. Double the work speed on handiwork level 4. Oh yeah. Is there a different... no, I think those are all of them, right? Is there a different one with work speed? Am I missing one? I don't know if there are. More than these three. But this one is so fucking good. Holy shit. This one is his own name. Right? Like, surely. There we go. Great name for a good worker. That one not as good. Oh, look at that! There's 6 more waiting! Aha! Actually, I should change one that's inside for Mr. Peon 1. So, he's female. That's okay. And for those of you who think if this is inbreeding because we kept the dad but now it's his daughter that comes here for more breeding, you're right. But this is the price we must pay in order to get the best pals. Workaholic for sanity? Yeah, but I don't care about that. Okay, so this has like literally the max amount of work speed. It has 100%. Fuck yeah. Oh, by the way, we also have like 6 more that we need to hatch, so that's good. On that. The dragon is 30 minutes away. I think that's gonna be, I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I presume it's gonna be one of these, Jormuntide. Your next enemy is gonna come out retarded due to incest. No, it's not. That's literally how the game works. You will cry. Why? What happened? Wait, not this one. This is the weapon bench, right? Yes, yes. High quality pal. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, see? So, I think we have it in the first base, because we've been gathering some of it that we didn't need to use yet. Oh, you clipped what I just said about the pals. Sure. Yes, 75. Yes! I knew. That's why we killed the random memorists whenever we saw them. I knew we were gonna need it. Keep going to the wrong one. So fucking good. Great. Nice. I need ammo. Oh, I don't have gunpowder. I need gunpowder. I don't have charcoal and sulfur. Yep. That's why we're in the fucking... we don't need to pick that up. we're gonna leave it there for a bit. That's why we are here. So you can farm gunpowder if you kill Tokotokos, or you can farm gunpowder as it's intended with the resources. And that's why we're in this biome. We're gonna teleport here and explore this area. There's a little spot around here somewhere where there's a lot of sulfur near a teleporter. And that's needed for the ammo. Okay, that direction. It's up there, near the tower. Throw it in YouTube Shorts? Nah. There's no point in doing that if I don't have more of them to post regularly. Like, posting one short a week or some shit like that is gonna do more harm than good. Is it a good clip? Probably. You can post it on Discord, but other than that, kinda stays on the stream. Well, we're almost done exploring this as well. I don't need to see everything, I just need to get on top there to get to the sulfur location. No! Ah! Phew, we made it. So usually, if you drop and you're on a flying mount, you're just gonna stop right above the ground, whatever the ground is, even if it's water, nothing happens. In this particular biome, if you fly too close to lava, you catch on fire. So I think maybe if you have a fire mount, that doesn't happen. I don't know, because I never had one while flying around here. But with this guy, his feathers will catch on fire, and so will you. Which means you gotta be a bit more careful with your stamina usage and make use of the, well, little edges where you can rest in between. Alright, so we have ore here, we have sulfur right there. Really nice spot. And it's right near the teleporter as well. Yep, there's a lot of it right here. That's where I usually farm it. But that's why I said it's not that hard to farm the ammo. Like, sure, it takes a little bit, but like, sulfur here, charcoal, you kind of just make from, you can make it from wood, but it's a lot faster if you make it from coal, right? And there's so many iron mining spots. There's more to the left. Yeah, there's a bunch within this whole biome, but like, this is my favorite spot for it. I think we're gonna fly a little bit around just to discover more in the darkness. I need to see the boss fights. But other than that, we're almost done with this area. We're also gonna do a little cheesy thing soon, which, I mean, this sort of cheese is allowed. You're gonna see what I mean. But it might not be exactly what the developer intended, but it's not like abusing anything. Hello, Anubis. I did all that area on a ground mount. I don't think you can even get up there where I was without flying. There's plenty of things you can discover with the ground mode only, but that up there, I don't think you can. Yeah, some of the architecture around the Anubis statue is just generic Egyptian thing. Well, there are plenty of things in this game that kind of feel like they're meant to be in a certain place or in a certain genre or whatever, and they're kind of slapped where they are right now. I feel like there are parts of the game that are kind of just assets that are being used, not something that they did. They just literally paid for assets and they slapped them in. But it's not necessarily that badly put together. Like, at times this game feels a little bit like a Frankenstein of different moving parts.
Yeah.
But, fuck, wrong wall. Wrong button, but also wrong wall. But, for what he's trying to do is actually not that bad. Sure, it could be a little bit more polished. Sure, like, there could be things that make a bit more sense. But I'm pretty sure a lot of these things are just things that they kind of borrowed or took from different places. So this, for example, that's a decent spot for the coal, but there's no point in actually marking it because there's no teleporter around. So most of the places that we've marked, not all of them, but most of them for the common resources, they're near a teleporter. So you don't have to walk or fly a long way to it. Because oftentimes, I mean not oftentimes, always, you will never have enough carry capacity to carry the whole thing. You will always need to get, well, 2 or 3 or something like that. So you need 2 or 3 roads back and forth in between. So if it's far from a teleporter, it's a bad location. I didn't totally mean that as a bad thing, but it's one of those, if you've put in this much time and effort, why leave obviously lazy aspects in? But it's not like they're lazy aspects. I feel like if you wanted everything to be better meshed together, it would take so much more time and resources compared to the way it is. Like, look, very, very easy example, right? This whole green area is mostly mountains. At the top of the mountain, there's this snow area where it's like super cold. It's the coldest place in the entire game at night. But it's not the highest place. There are higher places that aren't as cold. But okay, it's very high, it makes sense that it's cold at night, whatever. And then there's a random fucking volcano in between green things. Like, you go from top of the world, snow, super cold, to mountain, to like green random stuff, to a fucking volcanic eruption right here. And this is within the span of like maybe a minute of or 2 minutes of flying. That makes no sense whatsoever. Like right here, a regular like mountains, hills, whatever, and right here there'll be like the North Pole, instantly cold everything. But right here it's a desert, but these two places are close to each other. You know, like if you need to think about it, that makes no sense. Like the distribution or like changing in between where it's super green and then either the desert or the volcanoes or the cold or whatever, they should not be that near each other. There should be like transition places. And like they're separated on the map, but that's kind of all there is to it. If you wanted to make like proper transitions that would make sense logically, none of that would be in the places they are. Biome A stepped next to Biome B. Kind of. Like, they made sure to separate what is basically tutorial island from other places that are later in the game. So that's definitely clearly separated. And the game is so big, so vast, that you don't really know where things are until you play, until you see it. But at the same time, it also doesn't really make sense regarding progression, because you see a lot of these bosses having random levels, and you see a lot of the mobs near them not being similar to the levels of the bosses. So for example, the first time I played the game, I did kind of discover Tutorial Island, and I did pretty much everything in here, and that was great. But from here, I discovered the desert, and I went to the desert. And from the desert, I went into the ice area. So I discovered this part last. It has level 49 and 50 bosses. I discovered this one last. But this is supposed to be the first one you go after the tutorial. So you're supposed to progress by going here, and then here, and then here, desert, ice. Nobody tells you that, and it's not really written anywhere, and like based on the level of the bosses and the mobs and everything, you wouldn't know unless you saw all of it. But even in this playthrough, like, at this point, we have enough levels and gear, if we farm a little bit, to just go straight to the desert. So we basically completely skipped this area. We just need, like, a few resources from it, but that's it. You could have gotten to the shores of this at, like, level 25-30? From that point of view, I think the game does a pretty bad job at pointing you towards where you should be going. A blaze hull knocked. That's what the blue thing was. Or if you don't mean the pal, it's a teleporter. But the pal was a blaze hull knocked. See, like this one. Pretty strong pal as well, but I'm not really interested in having that in my team. Look neat, yeah, he's good, he's strong. Okay, so right here we should find the last two bosses. Astegon should be somewhere around here, and then the other one at the edge. Remember the Anubis statue? Which one? The one in here, in this biome, with the skill tree, or the one that is where Anubis is? Found a huge dragon egg. Yeah, but we've already discussed this, right? The place for the eggs are set in stone, it's always the same. The egg you find there is always different. So it doesn't matter that you found a huge dragon egg, that's great, I found one too. It's a coincidence, like it's great, it's very rare to find it. But next time you go there, you could find a regular scorching egg instead. Back to checking out a couple of games. I have the stream on second screen. Last one I checked out, uninstalled, did not vibe with that. Go for it. We still need to find a couple of things here. He doesn't like. I mean, maybe he plays Daisy. I don't know, but just don't ask. But I don't think he's looking for that. Okay, Astegon right here. That direction? Yeah. Stream crashed. Nothing much. But the crash was on your end. I'm still functioning right now. So the next boss we're gonna find, Blazamut. We're not gonna fight him, but that's where we're gonna do the little cheesy thing that I said that, you know, it might not be intended, but it's not exactly exploiting.
Yep.
You can see in here now again, and this doesn't mind, yep. Okay. I need to find the entrance to the cave and mark it anyways. It's kinda cool how some of them have cave entrances, but I fucking hate finding it for the first time. I mean, he probably needs to see some sort of gameplay or something before he decides to actually take it, no? That would make sense. I don't think we're going in the right direction.
Yep.
Fuck! I don't know if it's here or if it's there. I'm gonna go here now. I don't think it's here.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna teleport away. Why would you do that? That's so dumb. Maxing stamina for exploring and then resetting. That's so incredibly dumb. You need way higher level before you can even do the elixir, dude. Like, obviously it's expensive as well, but I'm nowhere even close to the level where you can actually do it. I think it's from here. Besides, we're almost done with exploring. Like, we're not gonna do the ice island until we're like higher level and set up with everything. What, you find them? No, you don't. Did I've opened like hundreds of chests in total. I never found one. Okay, but what did it get stuck in? Because it just stopped. I did. I opened all types of chests in all types of areas. I never found one. Like in this particular playthrough, I didn't go to the ice area, but in the other one I did, and I opened like hundreds of chests. I never found one. Pretty sure you have to craft it. There it is. They seem not super rare. Again, hundreds opened, never found. And this is the cheesy thing we talked about. Ah, I opened all over the map. It's just not there. Boop. Well, shit dropped, but still. We're gonna come and do this a few times whenever we remind ourselves. That's not a cheese though. Yes, it is what you're not supposed to be able. Actually, they should literally make it so the bosses that have chests near them, you're not supposed to be able to open them without killing the boss. No, but like specifically for the higher tier ones, like that particular chest will always give you either a dragon meter, nice. Will always give you either an accessory or a schematic. So that was a normal chest, it gave us an accessory and like kind of a bad one in this case, but we just RNG'd a bad one. We could have gotten a defense pendant that is green, which is better than what I have. If it's higher tier chest, because obviously it can still be higher tier, that can give you rare schematics for like endgame items. Not for the last tier of items, but it can be assault rifle in there, and it can be the one armor below the pal. So for these particular chests that actually give you good stuff, or have the chance to give you good stuff, you shouldn't be able to open them until you kill the boss. Yeah, but that's why we have Fenglope, right? Like, even if he's aggressive, it doesn't matter, we still go in and out. No, we don't get one-tapped by that. Like, again, listen, we are on Fenglope, which is very, very fast, and we have 3k HP. We're not getting one-tapped by that. We can't kill him because we don't do damage to him, but we can easily tank like at least 4 skills. And of course you can dodge, and you're on Fenglope, so you're very fast. I wouldn't do that at like level 5, right? Yeah, like, you went there at level 20, there's no point in being there at level 20. Level 20, you shouldn't even have the first main island completely explored. So there's no place being in that place. There's no reason to be there. And even if you get like a good drop out of it, you most likely can't use it. But around like 35 or 40, that's different. We should not pick up the small ones anymore. I think we have everything we can from the small scorching eggs. Not the ones that we have we're gonna use, but only like large and above from now on. The dragon egg is almost done. Gotta check on that. Nice trace. I didn't even look at the trace, I don't care about it. Like, these are just there to further the completion. We have so many. Yeah, we need to build a hatchery. At this point, just get more egg shits, incubators. Well, that's what I kept saying for the past half an hour, right? Like, now we're done exploring this, and we're done exploring this. We also explored the remainder of the starting area. So we're gonna kill Beacon again. But after that, what we need to do is start building the third base, and then dismantle this one, and then build it again. And then properly set it up so that we have the base where everything will happen, right here. We have one base where it produces food for everything, and one base that is the hatchery. And that's what's gonna happen, I think, on tomorrow's stream. I would do it off stream, but I think it's better to be on stream. Off stream, I'll just farm the resources and the mats needed for it. For the breeding, I'll do it in cold plus hot place. No, what? What the fuck? No, I'm gonna do it on the main island where there's no temp. Why would I want to do it in the desert? That's like the worst possible spot. Yes, the desert is with both, yes. In the day is hot, at night it's cold. Why would I want that? Why not? Okay. In the main island. No, there is no place in the main island that goes... I mean, it goes both ways, but not enough. Not enough to make a difference for the eggs, if that's what you're thinking. If you need enough to make a difference for the eggs, if that's what you're thinking, the desert is the place. And you do have flat lands in the desert that you can do it. But it's a very, very bad spot for a hatchery. Even if you don't think about the pals. Like, don't think about place being bad or pals being high level or any of that. Having both hot and cold is a terrible idea for a hatchery. No, listen. Some of these eggs will need it to be hot. Some of them will need it to be cold. If you want to go into a place that does both day and night cycle, sometimes hot, sometimes cold, what will end up happening is that they will never complete. They will have very fast timers and then very slow timers. So what you want is a controlled environment where you can manipulate it by adding the fire or removing the fire in order to make it hot or cold. And I mean, if you really want to, you also do the heater. By the way, going from like 2 hours to 1 hour 20. Oh, I should have built a fire here as well. Going from 2 to 120 is good enough. You don't have to go from 2 to 1. You can, but you don't have to. See, all of these are just a little cold because they need more heat. Now, I could give them the heat they need by doing a heater, right? Like from Tech 3, you do... They already have it. This. There's a higher tier one, but I think this is also enough. But the important part is to get the first half done, because it reduces it by 40 minutes.